Indiana Fever take to the court tomorrow night against the Seattle Storm with 24 hours in between, losing to the Washington Mystics 104-102 despite 32 points and 8 assists from Caitlin Clark in a scorched earth fourth quarter. Now the question lies, what happens tomorrow night against the Seattle Storm in a game that the Indiana Fever is a prohibitive favorite in? They're at home. They're playing a Storm team that really isn't all that good. Suffered a loss to the Toronto Tempo, lost to the Golden State Valkyries. Only win was against Connecticut, a rather young team, but yet we have seen what young teams might do to the Fever, like we saw last night against the Washington Mystics. And now you have the other question of the day, which is the Aliyah Boston situation. Will Aliyah Boston be healthy enough to play tomorrow night? And she's listed on the date on the injury report right now as questionable for tomorrow night's game for a lower leg injury. And my guess is that she will not be able to play. I would be absolutely shocked if Aliyah Boston was able to play tomorrow night against Seattle. If she does, I don't even know if that's good or not. But let's talk about it. Hit the intro. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Indiana Fever Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez. Showmont. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and leave your comments, man. We are here again, another episode, another edition of Indiana Fever Unfiltered. Hype the video, man. We want to get the word out there. We're doing a preview of tomorrow night's game against the Seattle Storm. And actually, as I dug a little bit deeper, apparently ESPN is not even consistent in their own freaking website. So apparently, the Seattle Storm have a pretty substantial injury list right now, including Dominique Malanga, who's out with a concussion. Taylor Theory, I don't know what it says, coach's decision. That's not really an injury report. And Katie Lou Samuelson out with a knee. The key one is obviously Dominique Malanga, who averages 16 points and 7.3 rebounds. She leads the team in scoring and rebounding, out with a concussion tomorrow night. So with Aliyah Boston likely not to play, in my opinion, tomorrow night, I would say that that's probably the best possibility for the Indiana Fever because they are a small team and they don't have a lot of size, and that could cause a problem. That said, the Fever is a massive 11.5 point favorite, or opened up at 11.5. Now the line's dropped down to 10.5. Still a huge number for a professional basketball game. And you've got the Seattle Storm coming in not with a very with a young with a kind of a young team. But then you see here it says that Katie Lou Samuelson's out, Easy McGregor's out with the foot injury. But then when you go on to their injury report, it says Malanga's out too. So I really don't even know what to think right now. Who the heck is out and who is not? There's a big O next to Malanga's names here. So the Indiana Fever coming off this bad loss to the Washington Mystics, despite Caitlin Clark's 32 points and 8 assists. How did the Fever respond after this type of game? I mean, my expectation is that the Indiana Fever will get the job done and will get a win in this game. But you got to look at. I mean, this is going to be interesting. What's going to be interesting about this game is you're going to get a chance to see Flau'jae Johnson, probably guard Caitlin Clark. These are players that at one point I would have loved to have seen the Indiana Fever draft Flau'jae Johnson, realistically, because that was my favorite player. And then kind of last year in the last college season, she kind of like stopped really caring about basketball. So that was a little disheartening for me as a fan of hers. She's currently actually averaging 11.7 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2 assists and 2 steals per game. So she's not doing a decent job. But her field goal percentage is utterly horrific, shooting under 28% from the field. How is she averaging 11.5 points a game? Jeez Louise. She's shooting 36% from three, but 27.6 from the field. That's unbelievable. Jade Melbourne averages 14 a game for the Storm off the bench. And that's really it. This is a very, very, I mean, I'm going to be real, a bad team. The Seattle's a bad team. Seattle is probably one of the worst teams in the WNBA. And if the Indiana Fever don't win this game by 20, it would be a bad look. I don't even care who's playing for the Fever at this point. It would be a bad look if the Indiana Fever don't run this team off the floor. And what we don't want to see, what we don't want to see is that Caitlin Clark gets off hot, starts doing work, and Stephanie White does her thing, and sits her on the bench. I don't want to see that. Blow this game out early. You want to get a win, but you want to get a win and not have to burn your players out. Caitlin played 37 minutes yesterday. Kelsey Mitchell played 39 minutes the other day. You don't want to have them playing 35 minutes to win games. You got to give players like Raven Johnson an opportunity to play some basketball. For Christ's sakes, why did you draft Raven Johnson if she's not going to get any burn? She is your backup point guard. She's not your third string point guard, but yet Stephanie White insists on playing her as a third stringer behind Ty Harris, who does absolutely nothing. I want to see more of Maisha Hines-Allen setting screens for Caitlin Clark, getting her open for these good looks that she got yesterday in the fourth quarter. I think that's going to be really important. And again, please run an offense that works for your best player. For the love of God, can you please run an offense that works for your best player? Again, with all the size missing from Seattle, there won't be a size difference here. I mean, the big for them was Stephanie Tholson, who averages 9 points a game. She's a big woman, but she shoots a lot of jump shots, so she'd rather shoot threes than shoot twos. And other than that, I mean, this is a game that I really believe they should win by 20. And if they don't win by 20, I think it's a bad look. Especially after losing the game that they lost yesterday, they should have some type of, fire in their belly as a team, as a group, to not get punked. The backups, look, the reserves for the Indiana Fever have got to do a better job. Like you gotta hold to some level of accountability that they just do a better job. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Just be better and not allow the game to get away for 2 quarters. It seems like this team constantly has a bad middle part of the game. They play great in the first, they play great in the fourth, and they play like trash in the middle too. And that's a problem. That's a coaching issue. You can't figure out lineups. You need to start figuring out lineups, Miss Stephanie White. You don't sub 4 people in at the same time. This is not high school rec ball. You don't sub 4. You don't put 4 reserves in at the same damn time. You mix and match players so that they work together. So yes, you can put Raven Johnson out there with Caitlin Clark and let Raven run the point. Let her run the point and get the ball to Clark for shots. You don't have to go out there and sub the whole backup unit, put it in Dantas and this one and that one and this one and that one, and have one starter out there. That's ridiculous. It makes no sense. At any given time, you need to have Caitlin Clark or Kelsey Mitchell on the floor. They cannot both be on the bench. But you also have to have a situation where when Kelsey Mitchell's on the floor, you actually run plays that are not just, Kelsey Mitchell going one-on-one every freaking time and her dribbling the air out of the ball. I mean, at some point, Stephanie, can you hold some level of accountability for Kelsey Mitchell to not dribble the air out of the ball? She is an offense killer. If Caitlin Clark's not out there, Kelsey Mitchell kills the offense. She stops it. And now that you're missing your hub, Aliyah Boston, who is wasting away 25 feet from the rim, understand this. She is averaging right now through 3 games. Aliyah Boston, your $6.3 million player. She's averaging 12 points, 12 points and 5 rebounds per game on 48% shooting. I mean, that's what she's doing right now. Come on, dude. And you want her shooting threes? She's shooting 71% from the line, which is blah. I mean, come on, man. And she's not getting any looks because she's standing 25 feet from the basket most of the game. She has stretches of game where she just disappears. And we already know she's soft. You make her softer by having her stand so far from the basket. Make her be tough. Make her have some physicality with people. You got to force the issue. Got to force it. And you put her at the 3-point line. Well, guess what? She's never going to force it because she's not that type of player. She's not that. She doesn't have that type of personality. She doesn't like that physicality. Again, this is a huge number. This game is tomorrow at 6 p.m. on Peacock, NBC Sports Network. There's a slew of games tomorrow starting at 1:30 on NBC Peacock with Vegas and Atlanta. That's a big game in Atlanta. You got Chicago, Minnesota at 7 o'clock. You got Toronto at LA tomorrow night. But the 6 p.m. game is Seattle at Indiana. And the Indiana Fever finally get a home win. They're 0-2 at home. Got to win home games. Got to win home games. I mean, it's just that simple. You got to win home games. And, I mean, I want to see how Caitlin Clark comes back after that performance. I mean, I want to see that she still has the confidence is now back to just shoot the damn ball and not think about it. That's what I want to see. Just shoot the rock, but attack. Still, you got to be aggressive. You got to attack. You can't just ignore attacking the rim. By the way, tickets to this game starting at $8. Wow, what they have done is crazy. $8. Holy Lord. That is insane. $8. Wow. $8. There are tons of tickets available. There are lots of seats in this building. They got, Jesus. The upper deck has tons of seats. There's some mid-level section. There's some lower-level section. These are all blue tickets right now. I mean, they can't sell this building out no more. This is what Stephanie White's done to this team. They can't sell the building out anymore. There's pockets of seats available all over this arena. When I tell you right now, the game is tomorrow on a Sunday at 6 o'clock, and there's got to be a few thousand seats available right here in blue. Not to mention all the resale tickets. People ain't going no more because they don't know what they don't know what Stephanie White's going to do. And they want to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball, not watch Aliyah Boston be a hub or watch Kelsey Mitchell dribble the air out the ball. So that's the game tomorrow. I expect the Fever to win the game comfortably, but I am questioning, and I do want to see what Caitlin Clark does and how she attacks and how she continues to shoot the basketball. So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Tomorrow night, we will not have a Sunday Night Heat. Ben Daniel will be doing the game on the venue, and then after the game, I will be doing my post-game live reaction to the game. So there will not be a Sunday Night Heat. It will just be myself jumping on, doing a post-game reaction. But that's all I got. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channels, ring the bell, leave your comments, man. This is Indiana Fever Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.